Итак, друзья, всех приветствую на канале Аквилы, и мы с вами продолжаем проходить Dreamfall Chapters, и мы сегодня начнем четвертую книгу проходить. В прошлой серии мы закончили с вами третью, достаточно много интересных выборов было осуществлено, но сейчас мы начинаем четвертую, и я думаю, что в этой книге уже намного больше раскроются события, которые происходили на протяжении трех книг предыдущих. Ну ладно, не будем заглядывать вперед, погнали. Начинаем четвертую книгу. Всем приятного просмотра. Ох уж эти долгие загрузки. Кошмар. Очень долгие загрузки. Наконец-то. Книга четвертая, Dreamfall Chapters. Откровение. Глава 9. Путешествие.
Zoe? 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 Zoe?
Ох уж этот ворон.
Shoo, bird.
Oh, shoo yourself, you big hairy lug.
What in Jarl's name? I know you. You arrived with that Stark girl yesterday. You're her bird.
Her bird. I am my own bird, I'll have you know. Her bird. Pfft, the nerve of some people. Besides, I lost her. She done gone vanished on me. I am, it seems, an expert at misplacing beautiful young women.
She's not misplaced. She's with the Resistance.
The Resistance. So she did find the rebels. And she didn't think to tell me. Well, some friend she turned out to be.
Well, to be fair to the girl, it wasn't entirely voluntary.
What do you mean? They kidnapped her. Crow to the rescue! So, where exactly did they kidnap her to?
I'm not supposed to... Well, I reckon the chances of you being an Azadi spy are rather remote. And that poor girl could probably use a friend. Do you know the old Sentinel Library outside the city? It's in ruins now, but beneath it, in the Enclave, you'll find your girl. Unless they took her head, in which case...
Hold on, Zoe! Hold on to your head! I'm on my way!
Придержи голову, говорит. Я лечу.
Oh, Vic,
Оба-на.
the ever thirsty. Aye, that's me. What can I help you with, da? A bit too early in the day for a drink, is it not?
We're taking you in for questioning in relation to a Zardi property that was stolen in your establishment the other evening.
Oh. I'm afraid I know nothing about that, da?
Good. Then this should be quick. Please come with us, Mr. Ever Thirsty.
And what about my tavern? My customers? It's the reaping. People expect the taps to be open and the beer to be flowing.
They're going to have to visit some other establishment today.
Блин, это из-за инструментов. Ё-моё, ну точно. Блин, подставил Ульвика. Печально, печально. Ворон, красавчик.
I trust you got some sleep last night?
I would have, if you guys believed in bed sheets and pillows.
You are fortunate to be alive, girl. Who are you? Why do you ask questions about the Resistance?
Так,
I'll keep it simple. Or maybe it's better to mention the rebels. On the other hand, asking for the rebels is what got me into trouble in the first place. Deny everything? I'll
помощь.
keep it simple. I'm Zoe. I need your help.
Our help? With what?
I didn't know who else to ask. I need to get to the Purple Mountains.
I don't know where that is.
What about the Ular?
I'm sorry.
Abnaksusa? Of the Venar?
I have heard of the Venar, but they left the Northlands. And Abnaksusa? Maybe a whisper. Long ago? Nothing more. I cannot help you.
Damn. Is there anyone here who would know?
Perhaps. But you haven't answered my question, girl. Why should we help you? For all I know, you're an agent of the Azadi.
No, I'm...
Zoe! She's Zoe!
Balance.
Don't you dare touch her head. She's on an important mission.
I see. And who are you?
Crow, honorary rebel, long-term avian buddy, and occasional sidekick of April Ryan, rebel leader, adventurer, hero, savior of the balance. That's right. Here's Crow. This is him. I'm me. So, where's April? She can vouch for Zoe. They're best friends, tight as two chicks in a nest. I don't see April. Is she out on a mission or sleeping in or... Why are you both looking at me like that?
I thought you knew.
Knew what? What's going on? What?
April Ryan is dead, Bird. She was assassinated during an Azadi raid on Myria the winter before last. She died a hero's death and was given a hero's burial. We remember her fondly.
What?
I'm so sorry. Crow! Crow! Okay, I'm an idiot.
I've heard of this bird. Crow. So, you knew April Ryan?
We met a couple of times. I was there when she died. I found her. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. So, yeah, I guess I knew April.
You're the Stark girl. The one who dreams. They spoke of you. Bakim, Bryn, Chawan. They said you were one of us. Oh, this certainly changes things. But how did you...
He's gone. Of course he's gone. I should have seen that coming. It's not like he could just let Kian go without... Oh, he's such a... Oh. Oh. Hey. Your hair. It's so pretty.
Thanks.
Who's gone, Enu?
What? Oh, Ligo. He vanished in the middle of the night, chasing Kian, of course. Idiots, the both of them.
Maybe this is for the best. If Liko can help
Вот и я
Kian,
говорю об этом.
Kian. Big Azadi guy. People call him the Apostle.
you know him.
We met once, briefly. He was kind to me. But isn't he the enemy?
Was. He's with us now. Defected. Yep. Well, except that he abandoned us again to go on a crazy suicide mission to...
He left last night.
Of course. After everything that's happened, we just miss each other.
Oh, Enu, this is Zoe. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you, Enu.
You're so pretty. That came out wrong. Wanna be friends? Oh, sorry.
Zoe needs our help. She has questions. Maybe you
Of
can...
course. No problem. Leave this to me, Shepard.
I'm sorry for questioning you, Zoe. And I'm sorry I could not be of any assistance. Please, stay. Speak with Enu and the others. Perhaps someone here has the answers you're looking for.
Thank you, Shepard.
Where are you from? Your clothes are amazing. Where did you get them?
They came with the jump. I'm from Stark. That's...
Across the divide, on the flip side of the balance, the world of science. Are you serious? That's incredible. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. I'm seriously worried my head might explode. I think I need to sit down.
Oh, don't explode. I'm not that special. I mean, you're orange, and the ears...
I'm just a boring old Zid. It's totally normal. Holy crap, Stark. I can't believe it. How did you get here? Are you a shifter?
A dreamer. I just dream myself here.
Just dream yourself here. That's it. No biggie.
Nah.
You are the best thing I have ever seen. Seriously.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
So, what do you need help with? Shepard said...
I'm trying to find the Purple Mountains, and a tribe of magical creatures called the Ula. Someone, a Vanar named Abnaksusa, told me to...
Whoa, slow down. Okay. Purple Mountains, Ular, Vanar, Abnaksusa, right? Nope. None of that sounds remotely familiar. I have never heard any of those words before. Of course, there are a lot of things I don't know. I was a farm girl. A silly zidling. There's so much I don't know. But I do know where to look for answers.
Oh? Where?
The library. The library holds all the answers. Do you have libraries in Stark? Never mind, silly question. Of course you don't. I'll go to our library right now and start looking. Purple Mountains, Ular, Abnaksusa of the Vanar. Come find me when you're ready. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Oh, sorry.
Так, окей, понятно. Найти ворона и поговорить с ним. В принципе, можно, конечно, пойти поговорить со всеми остальными членами повстанцев, но мне нужно найти ворона. Побыстрее, на самом деле, хочется завершить все эти изыскания и... так, мне, в общем, есть подозрение, что ворон сейчас где-то в районе Шаан, или как ее там звать? Или, оп, стоп, лачуга. Ага, здравствуйте. А вот Джакай случаем не знает что-нибудь?
I was just... I'm not... Are you supposed to be walking around on your own?
Чего?
This doesn't look right, but I probably should... He looks guilty. What's going on? Is this your room?
Well, we don't... You know, we don't have our own rooms.
Так,
Anyway,
дружище,
he's
а
gone.
ты
I was
что
just
тут
looking
делаешь?
It's Zoe, is it not? I'm Jakai, Ben Rima Salman's nephew. She said some very nice things about you.
You'll have to give her my regards. How is Ben Rime? I noticed the journeyman was closed down.
Yeah, she's in Coldstone. They arrested her for colluding with the Resistance. She was sentenced to 10 years in the dungeons. I don't know if she'll survive that. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're back in town.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do without her. She's the only family I have. Look, I have to go into town on an errand now, but please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Не понял, а что ты тут делаешь? А? Джакай? Мне это прям не по кайфу. Пойду-ка я схожу к Шепард. А? Предупрежу ее на всякий пожарный. Мало ли что.
I wish I could have been more helpful and inviting. If
О,
I
ворон
won,
сидит,
I
кстати.
understand. You have to be cautious.
There's much I'd like to ask you, much I'd like to learn. But with Kian gone, my workload has increased twofold. Perhaps another time, when we're both not so preoccupied.
I'd like that.
I don't know what your mission is, but I have a feeling it's important, and that our destinies are entwined.
Еще
We
как.
shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the great plain stands straight and tall once more.
Так, а мне все-таки хочется пойти найти. Какой Шан, Ман. Открытая. Потому что я здесь единственная, по-моему, она, кого я знаю. Ну и чё, где она? Ну вот где она? Вот где она, когда она так нужна, а? Вот где? Ну?
Abnaksusa, Purple Mountains, Ular, Ula.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow fur. I
There
don't
must be
think that'll
something
be
in one of these
kosher.
books that'll help you find what you're looking for. I'm gonna keep looking until I find it.
Я понял. Ладно, нету, в общем, да? Плохо, печально. Ну ладно, погнали тогда. С Вороном поговорим. Утешим его как-нибудь. Ворон, ворон, дружище, давай. Не падай духом. Все будет хорошо.
I'm so sorry, Crow. I thought you knew.
It's fine. It's not your fault. I just can't... I can't believe she's gone. But I sort of knew, you know. I felt it in my heart. And that final time we were together, it wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like too much time had passed and we drifted apart. I should have known it wouldn't last.
How can you ever know something like that? He's not alone in feeling that. I know that feeling. It's something you just have to learn to live with.
I know. I will. Were you there when she...
I witnessed the whole thing. But should I tell Crow that? Perhaps better to avoid the topic and get him thinking about
Не,
I
ну
witnessed
давай.
the whole... I was there. I saw it happen. I tried to help her, to save her. I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
Not your fault. Bad things happen. People die. Life goes on. Anyway, did I help with, you know, the rebel thing? Did they believe you? That you're not a spy?
You did. They do. It's fine now. They'll help us.
Good, good, good. They're not gonna cut your head off?
What? No?
Good, good. I wish I could have been more helpful. But it was 10 years ago, and I didn't really pay attention to what April said about that Abnaksusa chap.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I need to be alone for a little while. Clean my feathers, sharpen my beak, reflect on the nature of life. Bird stuff.
Totally understand.
I'll find you in the city.
Так, ну и чего? Мне типа сейчас что, в город что ли надо или чего? Встретиться с Энну в библиотеке. Хорошо. Я, в принципе, это уже делал. Но, видимо, рановато я это делал. Так, ну давай. Так. Энну, привет.
Books, please don't fail me now. I've been trying to find a book or scroll or manuscript or map or torn note page or ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or the Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has never let me down before. Bad library.
She seems so curious about me, and I haven't asked her a single. There must be something here. This is where I try to connect and make friends.
You just joined the Resistance?
Oh, yes. No. Not really just. About half a year ago? Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, fun.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a bad situation.
Right. And it's my duty. We're doing good, important work here. Also, I didn't want to end up living the life my parents wanted for me.
I can identify with that.
This is so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that. Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
I do. I think. We haven't spoken in a while, and he doesn't know. I think we need to have a long talk if I get back home. It's been a very tough year, for the both of us. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried to remember, but I couldn't. Until my memories caught up with me. On top of all that, I started flirting with my therapist, and now I don't even know if I should have trusted him or... Oh, Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Yes, please?
Давай
She
знакомство.
seems so... Enu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Enu. I am Enu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane. I mean, there's Jakai. He's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
I go to school. I mean, I did. Then my world started shutting down, so no more school.
I went to school too! Until I was 10, and then my father taught me how to ride a leapfur and hunt jumpers in the jungle. Also, I had to work at the farm. Didn't leave a whole lot of time for schoolwork, or anything else. I feel we have so much in common.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
Ну давай,
There must
поиск.
be something here. So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read. I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues, but
Nothing about the Purple Mountains or the Ular?
nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially, but the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated, or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
Что дальше?
I'm on a deadline. I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel terrible. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could...
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place? I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaksus's stone tree if I can't even get a mattress that isn't flea and maggot infested. Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
Sorry about that. Disregard him. Not important. There must be something in this library. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep digging until I find something.
Whoa.
Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be Miss Striped Britches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartillus are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Except for, not those words exactly.
Oh, I left my life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now. I'm making a difference.
Генерал?
General? Are you an actual general?
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here so the place don't crumble to pieces. Shepard's busy with the strategering. Kian sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary. And Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the larder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
It's a long shot, but...
Слушай, давай-ка спрошу.
Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye. Aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains. They're...
No, sorry. Purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle. The Turtle Mountains. Nope, never heard of them. Sorry.
I just can't imagine how the blind Bob I met in Marcuria turned into...
Abnaksus.
Didn't he just mention Do you know someone called Abnaksus?
Abnaksus? Now there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years. Where do you know it from?
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaksus recently. Well, I dreamed about Abnaksus. Or maybe it was more like a vision. This sounds crazy, I know, but...
Sounds completely sane to me, lass. Abnaksus turning up in visions. That's exactly the sort of fellow he was. Persistent, unpredictable, and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar ambassador to Ireed. This was before the gutters, when I was still a dapper chap on the Marcurian party circuit. We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going blind, theoretically, and he saw everything, past, present, and future. Years later, as he was leaving town, he entrusted me with the key to his home, said to take care of it. I'd sleep there from time to time. Very uncomfortable bunk. Musty smell of ancient books and foreign weeds. I didn't much care for it, to be honest.
Слушай,
I'm sure he said key.
ключ.
You said something about a key to Abnaksus's house?
They called it the abode back then. Abnaksus's abode. Primitive accommodations, but luxurious location. Prime real estate. Central with a garden view. Very quiet at night.
And the key? Do you still have it? Sorry, this is really important.
Oh, I carry it with me every day. After all, it is a magic key. Figured it might do me lumbago some good.
What about this house? I mean, the abode?
Ah,
also still there, and not hard to find, sits right circle in the center of the city green. Abnaksus carved it out of a petrified tree with his
Ну,
own
понятно, понятно.
morbidly
Я понял,
huge
где это.
hands. A few years ago, the authorities turned it into an historical landmark. Of course, no one can get inside on account of the Venar magic. Not without the key, at least.
This key, can I...
Oh, sure. Heavier than it looks, ain't it? Hmm? More powerful than iron, worth its weight in precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to the first magic. None of that modern hocus pocus. You feel it in your fingers when you hold it. Tingles, don't it?
It does. Sorry, I know this is asking a lot, but can I...
Borrow it? Aye, why not? It's done the lumbago no good. And I don't have much use for the place, now that I've a proper bunk here. But keep it safe. Abnaksus left most of his belongings behind and entrusted me with their care. I'd hate to betray that trust.
I promise.
Отлично, отлично. Так, с Шепард поговорить надо. Окей, пойдем. Это типа надо мне сейчас разрешение у нее спросить, да, чтобы отправиться в дом Абнаксуса. Вот вроде бы, да, казалось бы, Абнаксус и Боб. Ну вот кто же знал, что он будет здесь замешан, да? Ну прикольно, прикольно. Никогда бы на него не подумал.
You spoke with the general. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
May your gods favor your journey. You'll be in my thoughts and dreams.
Да, это все, конечно, здорово, прекрасно. Отправиться на лодке Меркурию. Я думаю, что я сейчас должен найти и встретиться в первую очередь с первой. Помните? С первой скользящей и сновидцем, который вот там лежит. Мне очень важно, я думаю, это. Она поддерживает баланс. Повстанец. Все, я погнал. Давай в Меркурию, пойдем в дом Абнаксуса скорей. Мне прям очень интересно, что там нас ждет. Отлично.
Now I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
А он здесь. Он здесь. Вот он сидит, родной голубчик.
You're back, and your head's still on. Did you swim?
Swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaksus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Погнали.
I really wish you had wings.
So do I, Crow. Hey, are you okay?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
I mean, April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches.
Какой ты
It's either that or
балабол.
punch back. Real hard.
Такой вообще ворон кадр, блин. Это что-то, блин. Ну а ты где? Подожди, фонтан. Не, ну я знаю, где это обитель Абнаксуса, 100%. Я прям, ну, прям знаю. Вот же она. Вот она.
How's your memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything. What with the snow and ice and
Логично,
all.
ворон, логично.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain. So what can you expect?
Так, ну погнали.
What's going on here? Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaksus's abode? Great. That's great.
И чего это такое? Алло.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Ну и чего?
Good bird.
So what now?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
We kill them, bury their bodies, and then go about our lives as if nothing happened.
That's disturbing.
I know. I'm dark.
I'm really not in the mood for killing today. Or any day.
Fine, then you come up with something.
Для начала пойдем, наверное, взаимодействуем с ними как-нибудь.
Once this unholy tree's been knocked down, the electorate will take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things
Алло.
done.
Хорош.
Then I can stop licking the arses of the Azad. Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris, Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
Братан, что ты делаешь?
Looks like they're trying to... Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's given responsibility as a human being.
Чего?
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game. He appears to be an Azadi supporter. Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so. It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris, Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris, Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Dulmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family, away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn. humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
Давай.
You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable. She's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honor Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our womenfolk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
Ну, что-то такое.
He appears... I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
Понятно.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honor is a vote for humanity. Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a tree.
Ну и что делать?
If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would thump that reactionary misogynist on the head. No court would convict me. It would be justified homicide.
Найдите способ избавиться от Анора Хилариса и его болванов. Окей. Так, давай думать. Во-первых, надо поговорить с Уорреном.
I got nothing. I mean, aside from murdering, but you seem to be so against that all of a sudden.
Давай попробуем. Для начала я хочу, чтобы ты...
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just trust me.
Why?
Jesus, please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
Ага, погнали.
A talking bird. Filthy magic. Damnation, where did it go?
Так, отвернулся он, да? Ну и что?
What kind of shoddy job are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about? They should provide us with a few of their explosive
Что
skips
случилось?
so that we can take
After
matters
talking to
into
Mr.
our own
Hilaris,
hands
I want
and
nothing more than
eradicate
to
this
administer a
sorcerous
solid
plague.
beating.
That god's
But I
damn
think I'll leave
talking
that for
bird.
next time.
Magical aberration. Forget me hands on the filthy feathered thing. I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Let's play this nice and cool, Zoe.
Провернем все без шума и пыли.
About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where? Where?
Я только что ее видела. Где? Ну, допустим, в фонтане.
Go look for that goddamn bird over there.
Нет? Не вернется?
Did you see that occult fowl? It's making a mockery of our decent, honest labor.
Let's play about that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
You did? Use your finger, woman. Point! That filthy, chattering fowl must be over there somewhere. Go check.
Теперь я, в принципе, могу его, да?
If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would thump that reactionary misogynist on the head. No court would convict me. It would be justified homicide.
Нет, так это не работает.
We could go get filthy drunk, forget about this whole saving the world business, and enjoy the festival of reaping like everyone else in this town.
Давай еще разок попробуем, Ворон.
Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
Ну давай, Ворон, пожалуйста.
Filthy little fowl.
Geronimo.
Ой. Нет. Не знаю, давай. На
Are you
тыкву?
doing this just to annoy me? Because it's working.
Так это не работает, да? Окей. Тогда пробуем еще разок. Другой вариант.
Someday soon I'm gonna complain to the Guild of Sidekicks about this.
Так, а что если мы сейчас...
After talking to Mr. Hilarious, I want
Have you
nothing
seen
more
the
than to
filthy
administer
talking
a
bird
solid
anywhere?
beating.
It's been taunting us with its
And I think
debased
I'll leave that for
sorcery.
next time. Let's play about that talking bird.
Yes, what
I just saw it.
again? Show me.
Так, где? Давай,
The
стол.
magical bird is making a mockery of us. Get it, get it!
Так. А теперь давай... Я не знаю, давай... Может быть...
Thank the gods of feathers you're paying me well. Wait, that's not a thing you do.
Нет. Чего? О, все, я понял. Догадался. Смотри. Смысл в
If it
следующем.
wasn't for Honor's goons, I would
In
thump
fact-
that reactionary Let's about that talking bird.
Yes? What?
I just saw it.
Where? Where?
Where? Вот здесь, смотри.
Grab that bird!
Хватай эту птицу. Теперь мы бежим к ворону. Говорим ворону лететь вот сюда.
Again?
Тот кидает
Seriously?
камень, попадает в бочку, бочка падает на охранника. Смотри, да? Смотри. Оба. Точняк.
Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
Отлично.
That was
Отлично.
brilliant. First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square. It was hilarious.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since I don't know. I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
Ну погнали, войти в обитель Абнаксуса. Супер. Заходим. Yes.
This place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so, clues.
Так, подсказки.
Those are some portentous looking books. I wish I could read them.
Карта.
Without a reference to the Purple Mountains, that map won't help me.
Ух ты, что это такое?
Oh, that's interesting.
Someone's here. Someone's here.
Спрятать.
Who's... Oh, God.
I must apologize, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Zoe Castillo. You're the last person I expected to find here.
Обалдеть. Брайан Вестхаус.
I remember Brian, right?
Right. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remembered nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside? People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Wait, is that the Annals of Dreaming? Good God, that's a lost treasure. Only 5 were ever made.
I'm not... Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust... I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely.
Ну вот
I
я
know my way
не
around
знаю, не
wards.
могу ему доверять.
So I see. Your talents run deeper than I remember, Miss Castillo. I'm impressed. Pardon my curiosity, but what are you looking for here? Abnaksusa himself vanished a decade ago.
I should trust Brian. There's no point.
Не,
It's
не,
not
не, не,
that I
не.
don't trust him. I was just curious about what was in here.
You know what they say about curiosity, Miss Castillo?
It killed the cat?
What? No. Curiosity is the doorway to knowledge and wisdom. Looks like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green. I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
Да, да, только, блин.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Это место-то сокровищница, да, но...
Abnaksus was a very well-read man, thing.
Пойду-ка я на второй схожу.
Interesting.
Книги.
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special... Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them.
Книги, книги. Непонятно. Брайан, ты что-нибудь нашел вдруг? Ну, по-любому с тобой взаимодействие.
Abnaksusa left so much behind. There's a wealth of information here.
Without a reference to the Purple Mountains, that map won't help me.
This is fascinating.
Стоп.
Looks like a handwritten note.
Ты читать умеешь, друг?
All those years and it...
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
В смысле? А здесь?
It's another one of Abnaksus's notes.
What does this mean?
Новое чего?
Westhouse might be able to decipher that note.
Возможно.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Да в смысле? А здесь?
This looks interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams. I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
Как это?
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages.
Это что?
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm not sure. The Soul Stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
Здорово.
It does indeed. I don't know about any Soul Stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does. I wonder if Abnaksusa means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this Soul Stone is important.
Блин, вот волей-неволей, а...
I'm sure Abnaksusa won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him in person, if I make it to Cloud Peak.
Возвращайтесь в город на поиски Ропера Клакса. Все-таки волей-неволей, а...
I knew it! I knew it!
Чего-то айнует-то. Пока.
I should get going. Should we...
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Abnaksusa isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
Ой, не знаю, ой,
I might have
не
the best of
знаю.
intentions, but I made a promise to blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Abnaksus's abode. It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay.
Мне кажется, ты какой-то мутный.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
I...
Only joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
Вот и я так думаю. Что-то ты какой-то прям мутноватый, дядька, мутноватый. Ох, мутноватый. Не нравишься ты мне, Брайан. Ох, не нравишься.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope,
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Отлично. Ну что ж, ребят, я думаю, на этом надо закончить сегодняшнюю серию. В следующей серии мы направимся на поиски Ропера, да? Ропера Клакса он называет. Довольно-таки интересная серия получилась, я считаю. Все-таки этот Брайан такой мутный, я ему не дал остаться здесь, потому что, ну такое. Да, обещание есть обещание. Вот, ребят, если вам понравилось данное видео, поставьте ему лайк, подпишитесь на канал, не забудьте нажать на колокольчик, чтобы не пропускать новые видео. Также оставляйте комментарии под видео, и также под этим видео в описании вы найдете ссылочки на плейлисты Dreamfall The Longest Journey и плейлистик с данным прохождением. А всем спасибо, ребята, и до встречи. Пока-пока.